Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Moneypit Homestead. Well, today is the day we're going to start on the wiring part of it. So I think this is number 4 video in this, and sometimes when you put up a fence and do it right, it's a little rough. But anyway, we're going to try to get as much wire as we can done today and tomorrow. Again, we're doing it by ourselves, and we're putting something different than we usually do. And we're starting with a 7-wire fence, and I'll explain that later when I go over and show you how I did the wires and the connectors and everything. But it's going to be 7 wires, 4 hot, 3 ground. And like I said before, I think I said before in one of the other videos, that we're going to have it where it's as much ground as we can, as much hot as we can, so we don't have to worry about these animals getting out. And so anyway, got the tractor parked over in the shade because there ain't a lot I can do with the tractor right now. But I needed to haul my stuff around. Chickens are over here free ranging in some of this taller grass in the barn lot. That's just a few of them. I don't know where the rest of them are, but they're around there somewhere. And we'll go over here, and the one of these days I'm gonna have to move that tree, because them goats just love hanging out in that tree. I don't know if they feel safe there or what. But anyway, I've been feeding them. The grass is getting thin. I've been feeding them a little extra corn along, and went and got them a hay bale. I already had a hay bale. That's the one on the far side is last year's hay bale, and this is this year's hay bale. You can see which one they prefer, this year's. But hopefully I don't have to get another hay bale and put it in here, and later I can clean that up with grapple and put that hay, that whatever they use or don't use, either down one of them low spots, kind of clean things up, or over one of these low spots I got over here. But that's what we're doing today. We're going to stretch this wire and see what happens. So hope you follow. Well, what do you think of my wire right now? It's the spacing on the smooth wire right there. I hope it picks up. There's 1, 6, 12, no, 6, 18, and I forget what the numbers are, 32, and anyway, there's 4 even spaces. They're all coming out, and I'll go over that again tomorrow more. But got the smooth wire run tonight. We'll run the bob wire tomorrow. Lisa came over when she finally got home from Louisville for doing some stuff in Louisville that she had to do for her dad, and then she went over there and visited, and I don't know if she did anything. I haven't talked to her about doing anything for mom and dad. She visited and stuff. So then she got home, and when she got home I passed her. Didn't even see her because I forgot. I thought I had more of these yellow things, the insulators, and I had to go get more of the insulators. So I had to make a trip to town, so that kind of slowed me up a little bit. Then when I got home, she came down to see what I've been doing, and really to check on me to see if I've actually done anything. But anyway, we're working on this fence. She helped me as I walked the wire out. She put it in all the loops, and tomorrow I'll stretch it, and I'll put the ground wires in first. Then I'll start stretching, and this section will be done in the morning, and I'll show you the progress we got on that. So, and isn't that a wild looking sun? Boy, that sun is bright right now. Anyway, we're going to put more on this in the morning. Well, good morning. I told you I'd wake up you all up. Anyway, it's a very kind of a chilly morning this morning, and but I'm going to stretch this. I got 3 strands of bob wire I need to pull down through here and stretch, but I'm going to stretch the bottom run, put a piece of bob wire in, stretch the next one, barbed wire, stretch, work my way to the top till I get to number 7, and then hopefully this will be complete. That's what we're hoping. So anyway, we're going to try to tie all the wires together, so when I electrify it over there on that end, it will be all 4 wires will be electric, all 4 wires will be ground, also attached to the post. I don't know, I'm gonna lay a wire on this side of the gate, on the outside of the gates, so I can make a connection all the way around, and then I'll come back later and dig under the gates and stretch my wire that way, and then that way everything will always be connected all the way around, and I'll just continue paddock after paddock. But anyway, right now we need to jump on this cool morning and while it's nice and cool, and get as much done as we can. So I'm gonna take off down that way, and I'll show you what we get done here in a minute. Well, it is now Monday, late Monday afternoon. I've already went over and fed and took care of all the animals, dogs, chickens, baby chicks, all that stuff. Went down, checked the water in the spring and everything, so make sure we had enough water. We do. And anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed that a couple shorts I put up over the weekend. I hope you enjoyed those. Like I said the other day, I am finished with this part of the fence going back to the barn, and I'm going to work right behind you, and you can't see it right now because the sun's about to blind me, and I tried to turn the camera around so you can see the straight shot I got down through there right now, but it didn't work out that way. So I'm going to hopefully this turns out. If it does, fine. But on the way, I went back to the house and got a couple things that I needed to go over to the barn, and so I could come down here after I got done feeding. Took the eggs up there to Lisa and everything, and as I was walking around the house, I got around the corner of the house, there stood a deer, and I didn't see it in time, and she kind of stepped off a little bit. So I just stood there real still for a little bit, and it took me a little bit to get to the barn tonight because I was playing around trying to see if I could find them deer, and I did. And anyway, if there's any kind of footage to it, I'll put it in. Well, like I said, I was trying to get the deer focused and stuff, and I had to probably cut a lot of it out, and without seeing it yet, I'm sure I'm going to have to cut a bunch of it out, because I tried to zoom in on them, and every time I did, whatever branches was in between me and them would it try to focus in on them and get blurry and all that kind of stuff, because I was trying to zoom past them. I was afraid to try to get any closer, because if I did, I was just going to spook them off. Well, finally they just kind of came back across. They were going away from me that way, and finally I just stood still and just kind of held the camera for a little while, and they just kind of drifted back up in the woods where I could see them. And the camera, I'm not sure if it picked them up or not, but it will, hopefully we'll be able to find that out. And if it does, like I said, I'll stick that in back when I said, oh, you know. But anyway, they, hopefully it'll tell you, boy, they were beautiful does. And they sticking together right now. So hopefully they, there was a baby deer, this is no joke. They had a fawn several weeks ago, laying right there at the doorway of the barn when I started to go out of the barn, and it spooked that little thing, and it took off running, and it didn't know what to do because Mama told it to, I guess, to stay there, and it kept looking back at me, and it kind of stammered off just a little bit. It hadn't been born that long, but it anyway, it had been born long enough that there was no mess there at my barn. But anyway, so anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go down through here and see what I need to do all on this part of the fence, and well, as I get things done and do things around, I'll show you what I get done. Well, here we are later in the week, and with the magic of YouTube, we now have this part of the fence all done, all the way down to that gate. Got 7 strands, all electric. We got them all tied up here with the knots and stuff. I had one wire that was a little short, and I made a figure 8 out of it. And I don't know if you can see that, but I think that turned out really good. First time I ever did that. And to be perfectly honest with you, some of these knots is the first time these tying where I'm tying them together like that. It's the first time I've ever done that too. But anyway, I come across this metal going down. So what I put this plastic in here to keep it from hitting, maybe jumping. Did the same thing up here. I got all this terminated. It's like I said, this side, the way this side is, looks like that side. I come up with these things here, and I was looking for something so I could bring my electric across. This will be used as a ground, good enough. But I don't really think they'll go out that. Shouldn't. But I wanted to run a little electric across it. So I got the 4 strands of wire and a lighter wire. So these right here are actually nails. They come, you know, like for a wood post. So what I did was I made the hole bigger, put a 1/4-20 screw in it with a self-locking nut on it, drilled a hole in my thing and my T-post, stretched my wire across there. It's pretty good. And I think that buttons that side up right there pretty good. When you close the gate, closing the gate, that'll work out pretty good, I think. And go from there. So anyway, I'm getting ready to go down there and work on that and go across that field. And I thought that was just too funny the other night when I find that deer right over there by that gate, and I'm standing here, and it's a cloudy day, it's dark, it's getting dark. But anyway, oh, that's better. Anyway, right over there, where that cow, can you see that cow? I don't know if you can see the cow or not. Yeah, you should be able to see the cow. But anyway, right over there where the cow was where that doe come up through there by that gate and scared the you-know-what out of the other. But right before I did that, though, the funnier part is on the way from the house to the barn, up there, from the house over here to the barn over there, I run into 2 or 3 does as they were walking out of the backyard, and I hopefully you was able to see that. I guess but now editing I'll know whether it was in there or not, but I'll have to cut it up a little bit because the trying to zoom in to see the deer, I kept picking up leaves and stuff like that, and it went fuzzy. So I'm going to have to cut that up pretty good. But anyway, I'm going to go down there, and we're going to start moving fence that way, and hopefully by Saturday afternoon I'll have some temporary electric on here, and then the next week I can work on putting the full-time electric on it the way I really want it, but at least have it temporarily, and I can put them animals in here. I'm also thinking about taking a Premier One fence and all that weeds and stuff like that around the barn, putting that around the barn and move those goats into there, and let them pick on that for a while. I think that'd be good for them to eat that, you know. That's what I think anyway. But like I said, we're going to keep rolling this film, and hopefully it's not too long, and we're going to go down there, and if it is too long, I guess I'll have to end it sooner or later, but I'm going to go down there and start running wire down that way, or getting ready to run the wire, let's put it that way. So keep following. Well, seems to be a little dark right now, but oh, there we are. Anyway, the fencing project, as far as running wire all the way down that field and all the way up through here, is finished. You and celebrating too over there? Look at that ornery thing. It gets up there on top of that, and then there's a board up there. I don't know how that board got up there, but it got up there. And when it got up there, he decides he likes to go up there, make a lot of noise, clicking and clacking on that metal roof. And then he'll lay down on that board, because the board's cooler than that metal roof. Got some lazy dogs over there. That hay bales, those 2 hay bales, are about gone, so hopefully Monday I get them in here. And we must pause for wife calling. Well, that was Lisa. She just wanted me to, she was checking in on me, make sure I was working. You know, she says she's the foreman and I'm just the work hand, so I guess that's true. Anyway, like I was saying, the wiring's done. And I was going to make this a paddock next. Cut this down and stuff like that. And from that corner post over there, I was going to kind of go over to where this fence comes down to it at an angle, and then work my way around the corner. But I think what I'm going to do is, when I get these in here, I'm going to go over to that corner. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway, over by that cedar tree, and replace that cedar tree, because some of this fence in this barn lot I didn't know was in bad a shape as it, and never did pay attention to it till just, you know, the other day, whatever. But anyway, take that, replace that post, and work my way down over the hill, go all the way down to the spring creek, just to the spring creek, and then work my way back up into back over here where you see that, I don't know if y'all can see, but anyway, over there by the corner of the gate. And that'll be pretty good. Then I'll feed the hay and stuff like that this winter over in there. And because I really don't want to put hay in some of these fields unless it's over here in some of these gullies, these little washes or whatever, and kind of fill them in. But yeah, that's all I want to do. So anyway, like I said, hopefully y'all have enjoyed this series of putting up this wire. I know I haven't showed you all about putting up the wire and how I do it. I pretty much do it probably like anybody else. We have connections and X braces, and you know, what they call the termination knot, and how you splice the lines together. And Anyway, this over here, since it's going to be on inside the farm fence, and there will be another fence over there, I made this all smooth wire. Check out my bob wire and my smooth wire, and I may just from now on make them all smooth wire. But if this works out the way I'm hoping it works out. But anyway, like I said, the field fence is done. I mean, not the field fence, but the smooth wire's done, the bob wire's done. We got it up there all the way over, down, and all the way back. And over here is where that doe was over here picking the other night. But I guess that'll kind of stop now. But anyway, so let me end this video here. And we'll add some more, because I'm going to, Monday night, I'm going to have to start working on running the off the hot box and energize all this and get it energized before I put them in there. And because the last thing I need is them testing the wire and finding out it's not hot. So we're going to find out it's hot. They're going to find out it's hot the day one. So anyway, like I said, ending this video here. Hope you enjoyed this series of videos, parts, anyway, however you want to talk about it. And we'll show you energizing the fence and what we did to do that. And on the next video, or soon there, around, whatever. I never know what's going to jump in the way. I have no idea. Anyway, until next time, may God bless your days the way He always does ours, because we truly are blessed around here. And we'll see you next time. See ya.